these aircraft in the air and flying. Today you're going to get a chance to experience a little bit what it was like for some of these airmen. A lot of them kids. This airplane out of combat. Part of the reason we fly is to honor them and to keep their memory alive. As you probably know, today is the anniversary of D-Day, so it's kind of an auspicious day that you all get to fly on. But yeah, we also, part of our mission is to go ahead and try to inspire and educate a lot of the younger generations, just to kind of teach them what sacrifices and courage these men went through. Okay, I'm going to go through a quick roll call. I think everybody's here, but let me know. Raise your hand or call out your name if I hear your name. Let's see here. There's Rocky. Okay, yeah, Rocky. So James is here. Wes. Okay, Martin. Gotcha. Then Jay. All right, and then Monty and Steven. There we are. All right, everyone. I'm going to do a little safety brief here with you. Flip this around so I can read it. The FAA has mandated that we read you this statement word for word. It's a little wordy. After I'm done reading it, I will try to paraphrase it. But again, welcome to the Commemorative Air Force. My name's Ed, and I will be looking after you on this flight. This is a B-25J model aircraft. It holds a limited certificate of airworthiness, and this flight has been authorized by the FAA under a grant of exemption from the requirements of several specified federal air regulations. Standard category airworthiness certified aircraft are manufactured to FAA approved standards, including standards addressing the design of the aircraft and life-limited parts. The FAA has not established nor has it approved limited airworthiness certified aircraft manufacturing standards, but the FAA has determined this aircraft to be in safe operating condition and has individually approved our progressive maintenance program. All that being said, when this aircraft was built, it wasn't built with the safety features and all the things you'll see on a commercial flight. It basically had one mission back then. That was to haul ordnance and take the fight to the enemy and bring his crew home. And they could do it all over again. So anyway, in a nutshell, that's what that is trying to tell you. Okay. All right, when you are on or moving around the aircraft, please watch your head. It'll give you plenty of opportunities to bash your head out. Also, be aware of sharp edges. And good thing to remember when you're getting in and off the aircraft and moving about is you can grab anything painted yellow, but don't grab anything red. The red is obviously for emergency exits and stuff, and that will be handled by the aircrew member unless we direct you to, open or operate something.
How y'all doing? You here on airplane day? Yeah. All right.
Also, this is a little different.
You guys on the noon flight? Yes.
It's over here. Bill was sitting on it.
All right, let me just demonstrate how to lock this up. The flap belts on board will be just like this. It's a little, like I said, a little different from your car or anything. And you've got the buckle on one side, and this buckle has a hook with a lever. So basically, you just put this in the slot, grab the lever, and then just pull that hook up around it, and you should be able to both hear and feel the click. And that's how this locks. Obviously, to unlock it, you just lift up on the lever, and we're done. I'll go ahead and pass this around just in case electrical wasn't working. flight, there is no smoking, there's no vaping. In fact, we just ask that you guys leave that stuff on the ground, especially if you're going to be crawling into the nose or the tail gun position. Not really fun to have a lot of stuff bulky in your pockets. Cameras are okay. Obviously, we encourage you to take as many pictures as you want, videos. We only ask two things, and that is don't use a selfie stick and don't take any pictures of the flight deck unless you have permission to ask. Just to protect our pilots, privacy, or they don't have to worry about their face being spread all over the internet. But most of them will probably be fine with that. Just be sure you ask first. And on board, ear protection will be provided. We have the foam earplugs as well as earmuffs. Highly recommend use one or the other, if not both. When these engines start running up, it's going to get really noisy. In fact, I told some of you, they used to say you could tell who was a B-25 pilot and who was a B-25 pilot, but what you hear, they were deaf. So it does get noisy. Conversations up there are difficult at best. All right, during the flight, the people up front will be afforded an opportunity to crawl up into the bombardier's compartment. And all of you riding back in the waist compartment with me, you'll have a chance to crawl back into the tail gun position. Since it is noisy, I will be using a series of hand signals to communicate with y'all on board. So when it's safe for you to unbuckle, I will give you this signal, just 2 thumbs out. And then to let you know to go ahead and stand up and move around, I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up. And again, try to keep 3 points of contact with the aircraft. Use the airframe, both guns, they're secured very well. They do wobble though, they'll afford a good handle. And the tops of the chairs and seats in there, there's usually handles about the headrest. And again, anything yellow grab, find the pull on that. And conversely, prior to landing, I'll have to give you the same signals in reverse. You can probably guess that sitting down is 2 thumbs down, and then the 2 thumbs together will tell you to buckle, secure your lap belts. In the nose and in the tail gun, everybody, like I said, has a chance. Probably amounts to about 4 to 5 minutes each, so everybody can have a turn. So try to keep that time in mind when you're back there or up front. If you do lose track of time, I can push a red button. It'll illuminate in the tail gun on the panel in front of you. You'll see that in there. There's a light in the bombardier compartment that will light up. If you decided to ignore that, then you're going to force me. I'm going to have to push another button, and I'm going to eject you out of there, and we'll catch up with you since you'll be the first one. But yeah, just try to keep cognizant of with other people. I mean, if it is somebody doesn't want to go and somebody wants to go back in, that's perfectly fine. But we want to make sure that everybody a chance to get back there. Back in the waist compartment, I will send you back one at a time to try to keep the traffic aisle as clear as possible so the others can move around. And basically, there will be more instructions once we get out to the plane. Just briefly, I will walk you all out. My group will stop at the tail section on the starboard or right side, and then I'll take you 2 up front and hand you off to the crew chief, and then he'll continue with whatever briefing you need to know up there.
Bob's right behind you.
This is Bob. He is our crew chief. He's been on board forever. I'll ask you. He's probably forgotten more than that. Anyway, does anybody have any questions, concerns, or there are 3 seats in there that are aft facing in the waist compartment. Does anybody think that's going to be a problem for them? Okay, there's only 2. 1 seat's mine, but there's 2 seats that are facing forward. Actually, I think it's safer than seeing backwards when it lands. But anyway, that's all I have for right now.